Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review Volume 1 of A Silent Voice. I finally got to reading this manga, and like a couple months ago I did read the one-shot to A Silent Voice, which basically summarizes Volume 1, so if you just want to get straight into the romance and like you don't really care about all this extra fluff and stuff, then I was just reading the one-shot. And the first volume basically adds a bunch more stuff to the one-shot, but they're basically the same overall. And yeah, so let's just get right to this review. Now, I'm going to do volume reviews for Silent Voice. I know there's like 7 or 6 in total. I don't know how often these will be coming out. I don't know if it'll be like once a week. I don't know if it'll be like every other week. It just depends when I get to have the time to read it. But with A Silent Voice, we have Ishida, who is this kid who hates to be bored, okay? He wants to fight boredom, so he does whatever he can to get out of being bored. So, you know, he goes and does these crazy stunts with his friends, and then later on, his friends, one of them has to go to cram school, the other one is all like, yo, I don't know about this, man, this seems kind of dangerous. So, like, they're all starting to drift apart from these incredible stunts that they've been doing day after day. So later on, we have Nishimiya, and Nishimiya, she comes in and she is deaf. And by the way, this takes place in elementary school. They're all like in 6th or 5th grade, something like that. So they have Nishimiya who comes into the school, and the students have never really interacted or seen a deaf person before, so they're all kind of uncomfortable, and they pick on her as well. And the thing is that Ishida, he's a scumbag. Okay, now I know that's how you're supposed to feel for like the first volume. I think this is like a redemption story, because later on he's going to try to let Nishimiya know how sorry he is, but throughout Volume 1, he bullies the absolute heck out of her. And the crazy thing is that it's not just him, also his classmates and his teacher, they all kind of pick on her as well. Like, the teacher of the class, he doesn't exactly pick on her, but he finds her as a nuisance, pretty irritating, and I'm just like, this teacher, he's terrible at his job. He really is. Like, I'm just so shocked how everyone treated Nishimiya, because she's deaf. And she's so sweet too. She's really, really kind. Like, even though Ishida kept bullying her, she still went out of her way to make sure that all the classmates who later on ended up bullying Ishida, like, she made sure that it was a lot less than what she had. And it's like, wow, this girl, all she wanted was some friends, because the reason why she transferred over to this school here was because she was bullied at her previous school. And Ishida, he torments the living daylights out of her because he didn't want to be bored, since, you know, his friends they like depart and stuff like that. You know, like I said, one's going to cram school, one's just kind of done with this. So he now spends his days fighting boredom by torturing Nishimiya, and it's like, like, it was really sad to see a lot of the things that Ishida did to Nishimiya. And like I said, it's not just Ishida, it's also his other classmates. The girls, they would just say mean things to her as well, take out her hearing aid. Like, it seems that Nishimiya isn't completely deaf, so that's why she sometimes wears like hearing aids. And there's only one person, no, actually there are 2 people who tried to befriend Nishimiya or tried to cope with her situation stuff, like to work together with Nishimiya, but everyone else in the class was just so against it, and it caused problems for everyone else. So I was like, wow, ah, man. So later on, the book overall ends with Ishida. He's over in high school. He's been a loner. He's actually senior in high school and has been a loner ever since like elementary school. He was even a loner during middle school as well. And so he later on finds Nishimiya and is going to express how incredibly sorry he is for what he did to her back over in elementary school. So, very interesting start. I can't wait to see where else this goes. I really want to know how this romance is gonna form, because I know this is supposed to be a romance. And yeah, so I'm very happy I got to read this. I do recommend it so far. I know movies coming out in September by Kyoto Animation, but of course, you know, when it comes to movies, the subtitles don't really come out for like anime movies for another 6 months, so it's like, Let me know what you guys thought of this manga review. Now, a lot of you guys wanted me to do more and more manga reviews. It's just I really don't have that much time, but like I said, I'll get to it when I can. I also want to start, you know, I want to review Volume 2 of Mob Psycho 100, because everyone's all like, no, don't stop at Volume 1! You gotta keep going, man, you gotta keep going! So I'm just all like, okay, fine. So I'm also thinking of reviewing Volume 2 of Mob Psycho 100, and I want to fully review each and every volume for A Silent Voice. So let me know what you guys thought of these manga reviews, of this very manga review, and what you think of me doing more manga reviews, like, you know, more often and stuff. So please, let me know. It's very important. Thank you. Catch me later as I review Manga The Adventures of Sinbad. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.